Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Tennessee Titans taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago is it's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans.
I see your boy going off. Your boy Choppy Stick. Yeah, he got some good juke moves. No, I didn't see that. Gilmore still got it. He ain't play like that. He ain't play like that as a Bengal. Seems like you play as a Bengal, you just rob people. We clean the house, man. I'm cleaning the house after this season.
Something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll run it for the first time.
Florida, what's up, man?
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Looking to throw on second down. Parker. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Operating from the gun. Parker. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Parker to throw on second down. They'll find Everett there, complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Parker from the gun on 3rd down. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this is right in the middle as he puts it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
You got you, man. What's up, brother?
Closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
And this
You can move good for this season.
physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here.
Oh, yeah, Jefferson.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals have
Reed, what's up, man?
the CD. I mean, there are touchdowns.
Just me and you, we ain't going to playoffs, so you know we can chill on my private yacht. You know what I mean? We going through it.
A couple exclamation points.
No, I said Ree. I ain't say you, CJ. I said Ree. Me and Ree. Me and Ree, might we not in the playoffs. You got a chance.
Past the 40-yard line.
And that drive stretch is insane.
When
they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up.
I think he was, right?
Here's Parker on 1st and 10. Out left, he's got it to Everett.
I got all, the thing I'm trying to realize, man, I got all these high-rated people, and they on this shit, man. That is shit. What's the point?
Nice job
You want to see that?
his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius.
You already got the receiver.
To keep defenders away from the ball and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Good running there by Kamara on 1st down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it.
I hate the fact I'm losing to people that stank. I just hate everything about this league, man. Like, people that beneath me.
You're going to smother it, but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Randy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Over the middle, that's caught by
Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I played them, so they diced me up. See, they was up like 17-9. I had to come back. They was dicing me.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Oh, wow.
And it's taken in.
You really burnt me. That's what, man, this game just, I don't think no pressure no more.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
That's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So
I just know this game's like a running back game. You gotta be able to run the ball.
For 6 points.
Extra point put through by
Damn, he caught that low ass touchdown for him? Damn.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's
back to throw. Westbrook. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one.
Devontae Adams busting my ass. He old as shit.
I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there?
I mean, goddamn Billy Goat.
I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
You know what that's for.
On the ground, Kamara. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Looking to throw. Parker looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Parker now looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
From the gun, Parker. And he's wrapped up, taken down.
That's somebody get to his head.
And we say it all the time,
He
have to be able to
bro.
get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their role.
Makes the score Titans.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And they give this time to the tailback. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission. But nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill. We have a desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Initiating from the gun. Parker toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
15 yards on the play, first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
To throw is Parker. Throwing on first down. And his throw is incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Parker. A little short pass. This is Everett. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Parker on third down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Parker. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
To throw again, Parker. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Parker throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Give him the pass. Don't need
that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At their 48-yard line.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Looks like they went for the combo play there. Nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, I know he doesn't want to fumble loss by his name, but it was 4th down. I don't think he was going to get to the marker anyway.
I think he just hired you as his attorney because you have just argued that this fumble is actually okay.
I'm just saying not all fumbles are created equal, and the defense would have had the ball there anyway.
Okay, so the defense gets credit now, right? Someone gets a nice little mark by their name, but it really doesn't hurt the other guy because he wasn't getting there anyway.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. David Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, You just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 5. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. A try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun. Parker finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Titans. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that from a wide receiver's perspective. Those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts.
Over there fighting.
Right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the 1st. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Parker. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And he'll bang that one through. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Parker. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing on 1st down. Westbrook, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 8-yard touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Well, you won't hear any moves from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Parker. Back to the air on second down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turn.
You want to shake it the practice? You shake it up? So I guess he going to Dallas?
After this one, I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Parker now, operating from the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Parker, and he will score. Touchdown.
Oh, I'm in my Madden game.
Alvin Kamara
It's almost over.
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
Oh, you don't have no shirt, Summer?
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
God damn, man.
And as a result, it'll be Titans on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it
Oh,
and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here.
No, not y'all. Not y'all. Don't put y'all on this one.
And the lead is up to 14. The drive there only spanning.
Don't put y'all. You already know who did it.
And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
There you go. No, okay, I believe KB moved. He moved a whole bunch of people. And I was like, yeah. Nah, KB was, I don't think he was on with us yesterday. Yeah, you weren't with us yesterday. KB said he kicked a lot of people. He kicked Florida.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,